In the words of Chinua Achebe, one of Nigeria's famous novelists, if a child washes his hands, he eats with kings. This has become the story of Right Honorable Sheriff Francis Oruedo Oborowori, two-time Speaker of Delta State House of Assembly, as he fleshes his ambition to step into the shoes of Senator Ifeanyi Okowa as the next governor of Delta State come May 29, 2023.
When you say you are a pan-Delta, you have a relationship across the 3 senatorial districts. It will fire to be able to manage your people of different ethnic nationalities. I have them in the House of Assembly. There's no tribe that is not in that House of Assembly. All the ethnic nationalities, they are in this Delta State House of Assembly. And I've been able to manage them perfectly well because I have of different character. And I have a relationship across the 3 senatorial districts and all the ethnic nationalities.
Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Oborowori is so unique. He's a unique man. He's a grassroots politician. He has that street credibility that all the streets are moving because of him. He's a man of the people, for the people, by the people.
Sheriff is more credible in the terms of streets. When we say street, those of us in the street understand well better. And when you talk about that, you are talking about somebody that is capable of sustaining the peace, already built, sustaining the development and advancing the growth that we seek for.
Sheriff Oborowori, he normally calls himself local content man. Indeed, he's local content man because he's down to earth. He's a grassroots man. He's a street man and he has street sense and street credibility.
Because of his track record, having served with the Okowa-led administration, he has experience. He will bring these experiences to bear.
Sheriff's statewide acceptance across all ethnic nationalities in Delta State as the right man to be governor come 2023 was undeniable from the very beginning.
Sheriff is down to the earth. Sheriff will be with us. And we have the confidence that Sheriff knows our pains. If such man emerge as the governor of Delta State, he will solve and fix the right in the state.
He is a man that has touched hearts of people. He is a man that have done something. His name is household name.
Sheriff is a grassroots man. He has this native sense. He knows how to galvanize places. Not this Oyibo kind of thing. For him to be in the house as a two-time speaker, it shows that he has good working relationship with the governor and with every other person. So definitely, he will build on what Okowa has done.
Sheriff is an astute politician and grassroots mobilizer whose political career and experiences spans the executive and legislative arms of government at both local and state government levels. These have prepared and put him in good stead for the office of governor.
We are so excited. Since it's coming, we know he will do more better. We have heard of the great things he has done, women development, youth empowerment, and we know that when he comes in, we are expecting more from him.
I believe that we need a politically decisive person that will make the right decisions at the right time and take us to a better place in Delta. That's why I believe Sheriff is the best person for governors 2023 in Delta State.
The seat of the governor is not just a seat that any kind of person can just go into a seat. Somebody who has been in the government, who knows what the government is going and where the government is coming from. Such person is the one that can pilot the government of Delta State. You cannot in any way bring anybody from the outside to come into the seat without knowing what to do. Before you know, the government will become a wayward government.
We are supporting Sheriff because of his kindness to us, because we are together. At least what we say, our governor is not far from us. When we close eye, open eye, we can see our governor. That's why we are supporting Sheriff to be a governor of Delta State.
That Deltans love, accept and trust him as the right man to continue to work for them, to administer their commonwealth judiciously for their growth and well-being, was evidenced during his consultation with delegates in the 25 local government areas. Women, men, youths, the old and young thronged the different arena in colorful dresses with drums, singing and dancing, turning the consultation venues to huge carnivals everywhere Sheriff went.
Sheriff is a capacity leader. When I look at him as a mess. That is just a lovely man that cares for everybody, even to the grassroots. He doesn't segregate. He's a nice man. That is why we call him Sheriff Fight for Women.
Personally, I love Sheriff. I've heard so many good things about him. The cap is fit for him. He's a unique person. We the women, in mass, we are going to support him. And by the grace of God, he's going to be the next governor of this state.
We know him over time. He's a seasoned person in Delta State political space. We have worked with him. We know he's capable to do the job.
My mother, my father, my brothers, my friends, everywhere, the man is good. Sheriff is good. He is good and he's good. That's why we decided to follow him. From the starting to the ending, we will never leave him.
The people's unshakable confidence and belief in Sheriff is aptly captured in the Honorable Speaker's vision and mission statements, dovetailing into his promise to make life richer, better, and more fulfilling for all Deltans. An aggregation of all of these birthed the Speaker's more agenda, his manifesto and roadmap, which in his words will keep Delta State ahead in all aspects of social and economic well-being.
I have a more agenda. Meaningful development, opportunity for all, realistic reforms, enhanced peace and security.
Sheriff is the right candidate for governor for Delta State. Without Sheriff, we don't have the right answer. Sheriff is a square peg in a square hole in Delta State. We want to make Delta better and greater. We move Sheriff to the next level.
Think of our own, and you can see in the difference. Sheriff have been doing right the whole local government. We are here fully to support our own Sheriff for governor 2023. And not to be holding it, our own.
I have confidence in him that whenever he becomes a governor, he will deliver positively on the people.
Sheriff has the credibility. He has the leadership charisma, what it takes to pilot the affairs of this state. This state, you don't need PhD or much degree to govern it. You need people orientation, like understanding the basic things what people need. And I believe Sheriff have what it takes to lead the state to another level.
The Speaker describes himself as a unifier. That this is undeniable is traceable to his successful 2 terms as Speaker, Delta State House of Assembly, a feat never achieved before in the history of Delta State. To keep 28 other honorable members unified and happy for almost 6 years is traceable to his administrative acumen, a position shared by many.
The Speaker has capacity. At each point in time, he gives direction and members follow. We have very high regards for him, especially transparency. He's very transparent. There will not be issues at all. He treats the welfare of members as if they are house matters. So that cordiality, esprit de corps, peace, loving kindness are the points that endeared him to members.
Right Honorable Sheriff Oborole is a hardworking speaker, very humble, first among equals. He listens to his colleagues and he's a team worker. And so by the grace of God, he has been able to manage the house, and then God has given him a spirit of wisdom and knowledge. And so we have worked well as a family.
We believe that the man has the capacity to rule the state and to lead us aright. Sheriff is a politician that grew through the rank from a councillor, a supervisory councillor, to a special assistant, to a House of Assembly member, and now a speaker. Somebody that understands what governance is all about. Somebody who has worked in synergy with the executive, and he has performed so creditably well.
We know that Sheriff will perform because
he was able to manage the House of Assembly for 2 tenures. That is a colossal assignment. Means his capability is able to manage Delta State when a police is given to him as a governor.
For being able to manage the House of Assembly, manage 25, 26, 27, 28 constituencies is not easy. It's the wisdom. It's the local wisdom, not the education. The education is on the floor of the house. If you are not intelligent, you can't preside over 28 constituencies, including my making 29 constituencies. I have been doing that for the past 5 years. It's a testimony of being a unifier.
The Speaker's statewide acceptance, support and unifier status is founded and further strengthened on grassroots testimonies by ordinary everyday Deltans who are at the lower rungs of the ladder. They describe him as a consensus builder, a pan-Deltan with a kind heart with friends amongst the poor and the rich, the powerful, the powerless and the voiceless.
We don't see any reason to carry anybody than Sheriff. I don't believe if you wake me up today and say there's anybody better than Sheriff. We believe in scorecard. He has extended his honors fellowship to the widow, the less privileged. You know, most times hospital visitation and all that.
He's a man that lives from the grassroots. He knows the pains of the people.
This one is fantastic. For the old aspirant, no one like Honorable Sheriff. All the 25 local government in Delta State are supporting this man. This is the next governor of Delta State, 2023.
If you put him and his opponents, even deaf and dumb will pick Sheriff because he is a nice person. He always stands by his words.
They also point to his antecedents as Speaker, Delta State House of Assembly, his coordination of the legislative arm to work harmoniously with the executive, devoid of angst and bitterness. It is this uncanny ability to carry everyone along, they say, has made it possible for him to be the first lawmaker in Delta State to be elected Speaker back to back. The people say a man with such qualities is the one they want as their next governor.
Those against him,
He has been a speaker for the past 6 years without that house having problem. That shows a good example of a good leader. So giving the state to Sheriff, I want to tell you the state is in the safe hand.
Look at Osubi now. When the airport was going on, he was the chairman of Osubi community at a very young age. Handled the issues very well. No youth problem, nothing. Everything went smoothly. And today is the Speaker of Delta State House of Assembly. His credibility I cannot describe, and it's the one we want to take over.
He's a grassroots man. He's a born politician. He's a man we know is going to deliver. From his manifestos, we know him before now, and we know he's going to perfect all that is in that manifesto, and that is why we're supporting him.
He has been the longest speaker in Delta State House of Assembly. He has worked well in Delta State House of Assembly. We are going to support him with everything we have.
As Sheriff become the Speaker of Delta State House of Assembly, has drawn so many goodies in terms of democratic dividends. So he's coming to become the governor of Delta State. We are very happy.
We like him, we want him to be the governor.
The people also say that they have the firm belief he will do justice to all manner of people in all strata of Delta society, hinged on his more agenda.
Sheriff is a grassroots politician. He's a unifier. He's someone that is accessible. And I believe the right person at this time is someone that is accessible and listens to the masses.
He has been with the cabinet of Okowa. So we are very sure that he's going to continue from where Okowa stopped. Because when you look at the things Okowa have done, we need somebody to continue, not somebody that will come, kill that dream and maybe want to start up a new project and then taking us backward again.
I thank God that we have brought someone that is coming to Delta State to represent the good people of Delta State from the grassroots. It's a politician that has been noticed from the grassroots, and thank God he has said it from the first day that he's coming for the people. This is the government of the people.
Smart Delta.
Who be the man we go continue with good wrestle? Who be the man we go continue with your pressure? Who be the man we go maintain this peace? Sheriff, yeah.
It is worthy of note that Sheriff is popular among non-Deltans resident and doing business in Delta State as well. For instance, the Arawaras describe him as a detribalized man who has always been good to them. They say that they align with his governorship ambition and will support him.
Honorable Sheriff, we always see us first as a member of the community before we will say, okay, we are Arawa. So when we see this new journey, we say we will give him 100% support. Anything that he wants, psychologically, financially, our time, everything, we are going to give him support because we have seen that unified figure in him right from day one. So we want that to continue. That's because that's our new dream of Nigeria, that we want that everybody's one.
He's a family member of the Hausas. He supports us financially to settle our dispute, all the disagreement we had. We need a support for him to be stronger and have hope to meet up to his target.
We see him as a leader with compassionate, that is ready to carry everybody along. He's a leader and a father and a senior man to us, and we know the quality, the impact he has made in our brothers and our parents.
When we see the aspiration of Sheriff, we feel he's the best candidate we can support. That's why we, the Arewa, will queue behind him to support him.
As the carnival-like street party continued to be a daily feature during Sheriff Oborowori's consultation across the state, one noticeable trait was that the governorship aspirant's aspiration had a solid support base amongst the youths. They always turn out in their numbers to demonstrate their solidarity and support for his ambition. The question on the lips of many have been, why do Delta youths believe so much in this man?
Sheriff is a kind of man that always carry the youth along, not just the youth, the aged one, and even the disabled. Sheriff have everybody's as heart. He has been in the system. He knows what to do at the right time. He knows what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and where to do it.
Sheriff is the man of the people. He's the man for the youth. He's a man we have worked with for a very long time, even right from when I was a kid in Warri. We know of him that he's a man that is struggling for the youth, and he's the man that we stand for the youth. We love him so much, and we want him to be the next governor.
When you say Sheriff, it's a youthful name. He's friendly to the youth. That's why we the youth are tripping up to support him. He wants to continue where Okowa stopped, so we will deliver.
Sheriff is a youth. He's a vision carrier. He's a man of the people. He's a man of the grassroots. We believe so much in him. In short, I'm terrified.
Go to the different constituency. Sheriff is doing more for the full 25 local governments. The youth, they are with Sheriff.
Sheriff for governor!
As it was with the youths, so it has also been with the women. The women across Delta have shown and demonstrated unreserved and unalloyed support for Sheriff's governorship ambition. They believe that the Speaker will not only continue the good work started by Senator Okowa, but that he will also look after women and place them at the decision-making table, with an eye for 35% affirmative action and more in his administration. They will lend their weight and support to no one else, as none of the other aspirants holds such promise for them.
He's a man with confidence, and when they say a thing, he does it. That's why we are supporting him. We know that when he wins, he will carry us along.
Sheriff is a good man. He helped the poor and he helped the rich people. He don't select anybody. We have to vote for him to become the next governor, so that Delta will be great more than as it's before.
Sheriff Oborowori will continue from where Okowa has stopped, and we bring the dividends of democracy to the grassroots. As a woman, I know Honorable Sheriff will do same to the women for the way Okowa has done before.
We are looking him. It is the man that will change the things. We say yes.
He is a man of big heart that will look into the problems facing the elders in this state. We believe he will make it with our own prayers.
Also, among his crowd of supporters is another group that says Sheriff is a bridge between the old and the young. This group of supporters argue that at 59, He's neither too old nor too young. Delta State needs an energetic governor who can cope with different moods, peculiarities and idiosyncrasies of a multi-ethnic society like Delta to steady the ship of state.
We see him as a grassroots person, someone we can relate with. It's within our age group, within the youth, within the elders, in the middle group, so we feel the youth, we can relate with him. And that is why we love him and that is why we are sherified.
I remain sherified because the Oga face show. He should shine. Now Oga wey sabi. Umawu, whether Umawu be big juju, masquerade. Who not know sheriff, not know anything. Oga wey know the mind of people. Oga wey dey carry people along. I tell with Samo. I say no sheriff, no governor.
No sheriff, no governor. And sheriff the next Odidigbo Igbo. Baka.
Another reason the people say Sheriff enjoys overwhelming support across the length and breadth of Delta State is because they know with him the people come first. They grew up on the streets of Warri with him. They understand him. They know his roots. His businesses are all on the ground in Delta State. His family are here. His children attend the same schools with their children. He does not run abroad like others do at the first sign of trouble. He remains on the ground to face and resolve the challenge. Thus, they can relate with him when he says, "It's not my degrees or certificates that has made me popular, but rather my street credibility, my street wisdom and capacity to deliver."
He's a grassroots man. He has not traveled out of this country. So we need people like that. He can't run away. His children, wife, relation, everybody, they are all here. So he's a correct man.
You can see without being told that the whole state is sherified. So I will not be left out. I'm sherified. Sheriff everywhere. I'm sherified.
We are satisfied with him and we need continuity for stability.
I'm a man with excessive local content. This is what people want. 1996, there was no light in Osubi, but we were able to bring light. We were able to negotiate with Shell. They brought market. They brought school. With the completion of Osubi Airport, that is the street integrity, street capability. And the street wisdom is being able to manage through those processes without crisis.
Our government is going to be a government that is built upon the foundation that His Excellency Governor Okowa has established. All the programs that this present government have embarked upon, we're going to continue with it. And that is why if you look at our own manifesto, the manifesto is christened the MORE agenda, meaningful development, opportunity for all, realistic reforms, and enhanced peace and security.
No sheriff, no governor. If you never know sheriff, you never know person. No governor. If you never know sheriff, no governor. You never know person. No governor.
Sheriff, sheriff, advancing Delta. Sheriff, sheriff, advancing Delta. A Delta Central, a Delta North, a Delta South. Everybody say now sheriff. A Delta Central, a Delta North, a Delta South. Everybody say now sheriff. We don't test them, say we trust them. Sheriff, yeah, now the man we want, yeah, now the man